All right, we are back with the second installment of The Richest Man in Babylon. All right, we're covering the last four principles in the book called The Richest Man in Babylon. All right, let's cue it right up. But before we do, I'm your co host, HT.
I'm CD Barnes.
And of course, this is where we prepare to prosper. It's the league. Let's jump right into it. All right, so Richest Man in Babylon has seven key principles in it. We first talked about the first principle, which was start thy purse to fattening. All right. And I love the way that they kind of, the tone of the book, right? So if you don't have the book, we're going to leave a link in the description so you can pick it up. It's a must read. It's a best-selling book, and once you read it, you'll see why. Right? And if you've already read it, leave a comment below about your favorite principle. All right, in The Richest Man in Babylon. But the first one that we covered was save at least 10% of every dollar you earn. All right, save at least 10% of every dollar you earn. Second one we went over was control thy expenditures. All right, you need to know where money is going. Okay, is it coming in? Is it going out? How is it flowing? Where is it going? How are you allocating it? Right? That is very important. You need to control your expenditures. All right. You need to not spend over a certain amount. You need to control it, be able to control it. The next one was make thy goal multiply. All right. And that talks about investing your savings wisely, right? So that you can earn more money so that it can grow over time. And what that means, though, is understanding the investments that you need to be putting your money in. Okay, and looking for those opportunities continually, right? So you want to continuously make your money grow. All right. So that's the three that we initially covered in the last episode. Now we're going to jump into the next four. Okay. Before we do, though, it would be very, very wise of you, right, to download the Hustler Startup Pack. Okay. The Hustler Startup Pack has three main components in it. And keep in mind, these are free templates that you can download right now. The first one is the business model canvas. All right. And we actually have videos to walk you through each of these. The second template in there is the SMART Goals template. Okay. Which helps you set specific, measurable, attainable, and relevant and trackable goals. And the third template in there is the SWOT analysis template. So make sure you head over to leagueofhustlers.com, or the link will be in the description below. Make sure you download that. All right. CD, let's jump into the fourth principle in The Richest Man in Babylon.
Whoa, this one is important, right? So it's not enough just to be making money, right? It's not enough just to now that you're making money and putting some aside, right? You're
Right. Right.
putting that money to work by investing in the market and business or something like that. But the other part that's as critical is once you start getting this money coming in, you're going to need to protect it from loss, right? Guard thy treasures from loss. Protect your wealth against potential losses by investing in ventures you understand or seeking advice if uncertain. Not only that, but you got to look at all the other things that come from, you know, running a business or being in the market or just gaining capital, period, right? You got
Right.
taxes, fees, um, any expense that goes along with these investments. If you're not careful, the weeds can overtake the garden. And so you're basically going back to step two that we talked about earlier, which is being careful about the expenses, the expenditures. You're going to replay that. You're constantly doing that. That's a constant thing. Once a month, once a quarter, whatever it is. Make sure that the weeds aren't overtaking the garden. Making sure that you protect your business, your assets, your investments from any potential losses, whatever it is. Some people are overpaying in taxes, perhaps.
Yep.
Maybe you're not, getting the credits or the deductions or it could be anything else though, but the point being though is you have to protect your business from loss, protect your gains from loss.
Yep. And one other thing I add is that this is just common sense, right? And you notice it says seeking advice if uncertain, right? So
Mhm.
you want to learn, continually learn. You want to seek advice, get a mentor, right? Join the league. All right.
Join the league.
To make sure that you stay abreast of changing the changing
Exactly.
times. Technology is changing, like ways to do things are changing, right? So just stay learned, right? Keep learning. All right, next up is make thy dwelling a profitable investment. Make thy dwelling a profitable investment. Own your own home instead of renting, as this can lead to future financial benefits. This rule highlights the stability and investment potential of home ownership. So, even back then, they were talking about ownership. And a lot of this is about ownership, from owning your own home to owning your assets, owning your investments, right? Stocks, ownership of companies, stocks, right? Um, so being an owner, right, is critical to all of this. And in this one, it talks about owning your own home, right? You don't want money to be going to rent. Now, rent if you have to, right? But the key
Right.
to this is what they're trying to say is that um that's a worthwhile investment, right? Now, if you could take it even further, right, and use part of your home as a business, right? Write that off. You could take it even further and use your land, right, to raise cattle, raise, livestock and stuff on it. You get even more deductions, right? So, think about your home as an investment, not just as a liability, because it is can be a liability if it's only taking money out of your pocket, right? But make of thy dwelling a profitable investment. Okay.
Key.
So read
Yep.
into that. And you got to get the book. All right. You got to get the book to really understand what the author means when they go into the each one of these principles. Next.
Ensure a future income. All right. Prepare for the future by investing in ways that will provide for you in your retirement and protect your family in case of death. Right. So, man, this is right. This is basically like secure the bag alert right here. Right.
All right.
Prepare for the future by investing in ways that will provide for you in your retirement. Once you get to a certain point where you're not capable to, working certain jobs or keeping up in certain ways or learning certain things, or you may not be best fit for that particular market anymore, but you may still need to provide for your family, for yourself. So it's you need to position yourself in a way that you can still earn during this time frame. And the way we
Right.
do that is essentially by completing all the previous steps. Because all this time, what we're doing, we're taking that 10%, we're putting it to the side, and we're investing that into other streams, right? That could generate income for us. Like H was saying in a previous episode, taking all of those dollars and sending them to work for us. So by the
Right.
time we get to this point, we should have enough dollars to wisely invest in areas where that money can still earn for us, and enough of it to where we can live the lifestyle that we want to live. That's the other part. A lot of people will have money saved and invested, but is it enough to live the lifestyle you want to live? In a passive way. So, and prepare for the future by investing in ways that will provide for you in your retirement and protect your family in case of death. That's, that's basically what we're all doing this for. Anyway, this is that's like the big overarching goal. Now,
Yeah.
retirement doesn't have to be 60, 62, 65. Retirement for you could be 50. Retirement for you could be 45. It could be different for different people. It could be a small like a micro retirement. Like, I'm just retiring from this particular line of work.
Right.
We have enough assets and equity and business and things to where we can live the way we wanna live, and I'll take on other projects as they come, as it makes sense. But, again, investing wisely to position for that retirement moment.
Yeah, and just to remind you guys, we do have the Dream Stream strategy. All right. Dream Stream
Dream,
strategy
dream.
is our flagship product, right? And it talks about walking you through ways to create multiple sources of income. And this is what it'll look like once you purchase it. It's very low in comparison to what you get and all of the things that are included inside of it, the video walkthroughs that we go through, and of course the spreadsheet, right? But one of the main things that's in this document is the budget allocator. All right. And what you can do here is put in an amount. Let's say you just uh, did a deal, right? You just took on a project and that project is gonna pay you $10,000, right? So you can come here, plug in $10,000, and then this spreadsheet will update and calculate ways that you can allocate your money, right? Remember, it's all about a budget. Think of a budget as a good thing. A budget is a good thing. It's not something that is there to limit you. Think of it as marching orders for your dollars. Okay. A budget is marching orders for your dollars. Okay. So you come in here, plug in your $10,000, and then it'll say where and how you can break your that $10,000 down, where you can put it, places that you can save it, invest to educate yourself, play with it, and how much you should live off of, right? So this, of course, you don't have to follow it verbatim, but it's just here and inside of the Dream Stream strategy to help guide you right in that process, right? So you don't want to just get money in and then just don't follow where it goes and just spend frivolously. You want to have a budget. You want to have marching orders for your dollars. All right. So back to the presentation. And a link to that will be down in the description as well. All right. So, and you just went over this, right, bro?
Yep.
Next up is increase thy ability to earn, right? Increase your ability to earn. Continually strive to improve your skills and ensure that your earning capability increases over time through education and practical experience, right? So be a lifelong learner, okay? Continually learn new things, improve your skills, get better at what you do, hone your craft, sharpen your sword, all right? Keep learning. You have to keep learning, right? This is going to allow you to reach those higher levels. And so this is a main principle that they talk about in The Richest Man in Babylon. So increase thy ability to earn. All right. Again, the link will be down in the description so you can pick up the book. It is a must read bestseller. It's a reason why so many business people, so many financial experts talk about this book because it breaks it down simple and plain, right? Very simple, very plain, step by step what to do, and it's told in a story format. Okay. Um. Any last words of encouragement, bro?
Just get started, right? Even
Right.
if you don't worry, don't put it off where, let's say you can't save this 10%. So, I didn't, I'm not getting started. Begin where you are. If you can only save, a couple dollars here and there, maybe cut back on the coffee or cut back on something, right? There's probably something that you can cut back on to save up your lunch money to get in the
Right.
game if you have to. All right. But
Anything.
just start putting something to the side, right? So that you can begin. Don't just put it off because the big thing about this is the compounding of your efforts and your dollars over time. And that process cannot start until you start, until you actually begin the process. And it's okay. We talked about this in the last episode. If you start with a penny and double it 27 times, you'll be over $1,000,000. So it doesn't
Right.
matter how small you start. The key is to actually begin the compounding process. Compound your efforts, compound those dollars, and before you know it, you're where you want to be.
Major key. Major key. So he's starting on that end, like, just get started. I'm like, go, go all the way, right? Shoot. Deny yourself of stuff. You know what I mean?
Right,
Put more on the opposite end of the spectrum. On one end, it's like, yo, just get started. On the opposite end, it's like, go all the way in, right? Shoot, downsize if you need to,
right,
right? I had to do it, sell stuff off. You know what I mean?
right. Yep,
Like go all the way. If you're the type of person that wants to like really reach these levels fast, go all the way in. Sell stuff that you're not using, sell clothes, like downsize, do all kind of stuff. You know what I mean? To increase that amount, right? But like CD was saying, just start. Whatever type of person you are, just start. Those are two extremes, right? But you should fall somewhere in the middle. Okay. This has been another episode of the League of Hustlers. All right. Check the description below. Okay. We have the Dream Stream strategy, which is our flagship product, which walks you through three main phases of creating a sustainable business. Okay. That is the create phase. We have modules in there. The master phase, we have a bunch of modules in there. And we have the maintain phase. We have a bunch of modules in there, right? Each one, we have worksheets for it. We have video walkthroughs. Okay. If that's not where you want to start yet, you want to just get your toes wet, go ahead and download the Hustler Startup Pack that we talked about earlier in the
right.
episode. Okay.
Yep.
But go ahead, hit the notification bell, like, subscribe, leave a comment below. This has been another episode of the League of Hustlers, man. We out.